Hey everyone, it's Kingstown Ferrets here. We're going to run through the latest in our ferretry, check out how our pregnant Jills are getting on and answer a few of your Q&As. So let's get started. Taking a look at our 3 pregnant Jills now. Here's Mushroom, Cookie and Binky. Now Mushroom we'll cover in a minute and she's due imminently. Binky is a few days behind and Cookie's a week behind. Now Mushroom, as you can see from the chart, has been flying away above what we would expect to happen. Binky is quite underneath what we would expect to happen in the chart, and Cookie is bang on about average, albeit a little bit chaotically. Here's what Binky and Cookie looks like in terms of their tummies. Not particularly chunky, given that Binky's only got less than a week left and Cookie's got a week, but they do have prominent features in terms of their teats. Can compare this to Mushroom here. She's got quite a sizable tummy, but she does put on weight in pregnancy. She did last time. And today she showed signs of losing her mucus plug, which shows that labour is on the way. And it could happen tonight or maybe tomorrow. So that's these lot. So let's have a quick look at their nursery setup. We got food and drink. This is your bed. That's what it looks like, Mushroom. Yeah. Camera invasive of your privacy, isn't it? Yeah. It's cozy though. Close that. Toilet. Got the camera up there watching. So she's got a bit of a garden to play in. Well, the kids have once they're grown. She's not going to be that excited about this garden, but got this much space to have toys and things. Got a radiator to keep the place warm. Got your view outside. What do you think, Mushroom? Unfortunately for Mushroom, she's going to hate this because they live in a lovely outdoor enclosure, which is huge and varied. And then they get thrown into this new strange environment, which is, and this door will be locked most of the time overnight. So she's got this tiny 2-meter cage when she's used to a big enclosure. But it's for their own good. Well, it's for the good of the kids, because you've seen how varied and exciting and different terrains it is in the enclosure. I can imagine bringing up kits in that, as well as those huge cuddle puddles, drowning out, squashing everybody. So here, they're safe, controlled, all in one place. They can't get lost, and they can't go anywhere and fall anywhere. Right, Mushroom, I'm going to leave you to make your nest. Yep. Is that fun? You're going to get it everywhere, aren't you? And we have Yazoo here, if you remember, was on a phantom pregnancy. And she's now coming to the end of that. And as you can see, she's starting to lose that fake pregnancy weight. So she's becoming a bit more back to normal now. But elsewhere in the ferretry, the whole gang is pretty much coming into the molting season now, so the entire place is covered in hair, as am I. Rumble continues to stink the place out, and after their 2-week vacation, our 3 lodgers are going home. So let's move on to a few of your questions. First question we have here is from Heart Rose 1967, about how long does it take for a hob to go out of rut? Well, they typically go into rut at the start of winter and go out of rut at the height of summer, so it's around 6 months. Next question from Bull Lurchers. Does the ferret need to know the other ferret before you breed them, or can you do it with a ferret she's never met? Unlike some other species, ferrets don't really tend to assess their mates. It's pretty much a case of first come, first served. So yes, they would likely pair with a stranger, just as much as they would with their best friend. Roseval asks, can you show your setup for pregnant Jills a way to have kits? My Jill is due in 2 weeks. Well, hopefully the video we've just shown answers that question. And Calypso Moons asks, what do you do if you get a bad mama ferret, if they reject the baby or just don't know what to do and squash it? Well, yes, unfortunately you do and can get bad parents. In the case of a ferret Jill, they would just be ignoring the kits, not feeding them, and just generally neglect, in which case they just starve. The response is to identify this fairly quickly, and you'd have to pass them over to a foster parent. Well, that's all for this week's update. As usual, if you do have any questions, pop them in the comments below and I'll try and answer them in next week's video. Do like and subscribe to support the channel, and we'll see you next week.